Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Super Brain session 4. I hope last 3 sessions helps you personally. Now let's welcome Kansas NATS coordinator, Mr. Venkat Mantri Garu.
Thank you, Andy. Srinivas Aburi garu. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to all wonderful kids who have tuned into this great program on enhancing brain power. This is the 4th session which we are going to have in the 5 series. It is presented by North America Telugu Society and in association with KCTCA. Basically, we so far we learned a lot of things so far, and main things which we learned are like remembering the scientific technology, substitution techniques, and in the last session 3-step technique for memorizing the dictionary. And this session we are going to learn about spell bee, how to contest, those kind of things we'll be learning. And I would like to thank all the participants, parents like who are making this a grand success. And I would like to thank NATS board, EC extended board, and NATS Kansas chapter, all our friends, and KCTCA basically in organizing this whole event. Thank you everyone. And I would like to right now today we are going to talk about how it is going to help the kids. And I would like to invite Sumedha Sangyam garu to discuss how it is helping her. Please welcome Sumedha.
Good morning and namaste everyone. My name is Sumedha Sangyam and I'm going to 8th grade. I would love to say a few words about Sri Jayasimha Garu. I love learning about memory in such an interactive way. For the past few weekends, the classes have been very enjoyable as he's been making complex and hard topics seem so easy to memorize. Whether it's elements of chemistry, vocabulary, geography, and more. Thank you, Jayasimha Garu. I really like these sessions and I'm looking forward to eagerly learning more in the upcoming sessions. Thank you. Now Chamu will say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. I've learned a lot from this memory workshop. Some things I've learned are some techniques on how to memorize states and capitals, currency, different words, and so much more. I think all of this will help me a lot in my education and school, and also other extracurricular activities, like spelling contests and other competitive competitions. Thank you. Now please welcome Jayasimha Garu.
Hello, everyone. First and foremost, it's already 4 weeks that we have been together. You know, time is relative. When you stay with someone whom you love, whom you like, time flies. And when you do something that is very close to your heart, you will be waiting when we are going to meet again. So that's how a week just passing off just like that. So already 4 weeks we spent, all because of NATS. We must thank our NATS chairman Sridhar Garu, President Vijay Shekhar Garu, especially our marketing coordinator Ravi Gumadipudi Garu, and also my close friend Venkat Mantri Garu, and also the EC board and KCTCA head Sridevi ma'am, and all other people, okay, and all of you young children, the parents, and whoever have taken your time off Sunday morning to be with me. Thank you so much for being with me. And just want to give you one thing, that memory is a big ocean. So it's an unending journey. So 5 sessions we are going to learn. Not really. We have just started our journey. We're going to continue learning. More and more you are interested, more and more I'm going to bring new concept to all of you. Right? So I hope you really enjoy these sessions. And also my main request is, memory is a skill. Skill is something that you learn by doing. If you simply sit, listen, and walk away, it is not going to make any difference. But if you can make some notes and you can see this video second time, and if you take your book and start applying it, start practicing it, and I'm sure you too can become, US memory champion. And we got a Indian Memory Championship that is coming up on 31st October. And you children, the parents, teachers, anyone from US, you too can attend this competition. This is an open competition. So you left motherland many years ago, but there's an opportunity that you can take part. A huge prize money. You can become Indian Memory Champion. Sitting right in your house, online memory championship. You can take part. How? Maybe in the next session, I'll give you a brief idea about it. You can register for the course. Today, what we're going to do is how to remember spellings. Last week, we tried to do something and then it was not working. Same thing again. Sir, where's the whiteboard? Just now it was working for me. Venkat Garu?
We can hear you, Andy.
No, this is.
Yeah. Chepan, sir. Yeah.
Just now I did a program. My thing is on. Why this thing is not working here with this? My last time it was working share screen. Why this is iPhone, iPad is coming, but my thing is not coming up here. Wacom is not coming.
Okay.
That's what I'm stuck, right? I need to teach them about how to memorize numbers, how to do this. Okay. What is happening here?
Do you want me to make you host, Jayasimha, just to be
Yes, sir. Do that, sir. Just make me host. Maybe I can.
Okay.
Okay, just make me the host.
Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, you are the host.
Okay. Even then, it is not showing. It is showing only iPad screen. First week it was okay. Last week is a problem. Just I did one session just now.
Okay.
iPhone, iPad is showing now. Why this is not showing this?
Sudhir Garu.
Sir, my Wacom is not working, right? It is working, right? 1 second. Log out and log in, sir. Let me just check that. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want to end. You take the hosting rights. I will just log out and log in.
Yeah, you make me the host, sir. Like,
How do I do that?
you select my name and then make host.
Okay.
Venkat Mantri.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You got the host right, no, sir? Okay.
Yeah, I got.
I'm
Yeah.
giving 1 minute.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Like, in the meantime, if any other kids wants to discuss like how they are, how these sessions are helping them, you can talk. And if parents also, like, if anybody is interested.
Hello, sir. I am Sharida.
Namaste, Andy.
Namaskaram. ఈ సెషన్స్ 5 సెషన్స్ అన్నారు కదండి, 5 సెషన్స్ అయిపోయి.
Yeah, this is the 4th session అండి. 3 sessions ఉన్నాయి. మీకు కావాలంటే నేను అవి పంపిస్తాను వీడియోస్.
అండ్ 5 సెషన్స్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత పిల్లలు కదండి, సో ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఆన్ నెట్ అన్నమాట కదా, లేకపోతే వాళ్ళు మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ టు స్క్వేర్ అన్నట్టు ఉంటారు. సో ఈ కంటిన్యూస్ సెషన్స్ వాళ్ళు మళ్ళీ అంటే సమ్ ఫీస్ తో మళ్ళీ అరేంజ్ చేయగలరా? మేము కాల్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి కనుక్కొని లేకపోతే క్లాసెస్ అరేంజ్ చేసుకోవాలి ఇలాంటివి ఏమన్నా?
Yeah, definitely మనం ప్లాన్ చేయొచ్చండి. Plus at the same time, like we have some other request also, like to extend some more sessions. We are discussing about that also. Yeah, మన గ్రూప్ లో డిస్కస్ చేసి దెన్ విల్ లెట్ యు నో అండి.
ఎందుకంటే 5 క్లాసెస్ అయిపోయాయంటే పిల్లలు మళ్ళీ స్లీప్ మోడ్ లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతారు. సో మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ టు స్క్వేర్ అన్నట్టు. సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు కంటిన్యూస్లీ ప్రాక్టీస్ కదా సమ్ నంబర్స్ ఇచ్చి అట్లాగా.
Yeah, definitely. And also like we created a WhatsApp group also, like if there are some questions or doubts, Jayasimha garu is also there, like in our group. He can respond to the questions. And we'll plan accordingly, and definitely we'll have like maybe repeat sessions, or like we can play one more time. And yeah,
something like that. It really helps anamata. Otherwise every parent has to sit with the previous lessons and then make them to study. I don't know how that will help, but if something is like this, definitely children will sit.
Sir, make me host, sir, just now.
Yeah, sure. 1 minute. Yeah. One minute. Yeah. Yeah, now please try, sir. I made you co-host.
Okay. It's still not coming on, but I'll do something else. Okay, friends, let us do something. Okay, I got some words. Okay, let us see how we can memorize spellings. Okay, and we're going to discuss 4 methods how we can remember spellings. Okay, 4 methods how we can overcome the spelling mistakes. 4 methods. The first method is called school method, what you and I have been taught. For example, I got one word called calendar. If I give you this word, I have a confusion. Which one is right? Top one or bottom one? Which one is right? So top one is right, bottom one is wrong. That means whenever any child, when they do some mistake in spellings, whole word calendar, they will not say ZX, PR, QX, they will not say. There's a small little confusion in the brain. So CAL, most of us, we don't have any doubt. DAR, we don't have any doubt. Small confusion is after L. Is it E or is it A? So what our teachers will tell us, in case you are not able to remember the spelling, write this spelling 30-40 times. You keep on writing. Imposition means repetition. So what we do, we'll go back home and we sit in front of television. We'll be starting to play with our mobile, and then we keep on writing, right? Calendar. Mommy, I want some milk. Amma, can you toast my bread? Tell daddy to buy some movie tickets. Today we should go. Mommy, can we go for shopping? Ma. So you are busy writing, while talking to your mom, right? Watching television and going through the mobile, you have written. Means you have written 30-40 times. But as a spelling has gone into the brain, it has not gone. Next time you go to school, write calendar. What do you do? Again, right? So you write calendar like this, all right? And Miss will say, this is wrong. So what to do? Miss will tell, write 5 more times. Yes or no? That means she's telling us to write. And why she tells us to write many times? Because repetition is the mother of memory. You want to learn how to make coffee. You want to make how to make, a bread toast. You want to cook rice, whatever you want to make. You do it once, second time, third time, fourth time, automatically become perfect. So ma'am is right in telling you that if you keep on repeating it, automatically remember. But the problem is, even though you may write 30, 40 times, you will still say, I'm going wrong. So the problem is not in the method. The way we are writing is that's a problem. That means when we are writing the imposition, when we are writing the same thing repeatedly, we are writing for the sake of writing, but our mind is not there at all. So body present, mind absent. So I'm writing like this. Okay. So I'm writing this. Okay. I'm writing this. Okay. So I'm writing this. So when I'm writing this, my pen is running and my finger is running. My eyes are running and my mind is thinking something else. So that's the reason why I'm not focusing. So how to write imposition? First thing is that, see, first thing we should understand is whenever you're going wrong, the school method, see, one word is there. I got some confusion. What is this confusion? I got these two words and the confusion is which one is right, which one is wrong. Find out. That means this is wrong, this is right. Find out where is the confusion. Confusion is after L. It is not A, but supposed to be E. I should remember this. Okay. So first thing is you find out this where you are getting confused. Then how will you write imposition? I'm going to tell you, not 50 times, not 60 times, 5 times is enough. How should you write imposition? Look at this. How should I write now? Calendar, CAL, up till here, write running handwriting, E. That's where your confusion is there. Write it in big capitals and then NDR, running handwriting, underline this E, CAL, running handwriting, capital E bigger, NDR, running handwriting, underline this E, CAL, running handwriting, capital E bigger, NDR, running handwriting, underline this E, right? And then if you want to do, okay, so 2 more times, what you should do? CAL, up till here, running handwriting, capital E bigger, NDR, running handwriting, underline this E, CAL, running handwriting, capital E bigger, NDR, running handwriting. So if you write 5 times, more than enough. What is happening when you are writing normally? So what is happening? Like this, I'm writing, all of them are running handwriting. So my pen, my finger, my eyes are running and my mind is not focusing. But when I'm writing this way, what actually is happening is up till here, running handwriting. Why? Because I don't have any confusion. But the moment I write capital E, that's where I'm going wrong. So there's a break in flow. So I'm switching over from running handwriting to writing in capital letters. Okay, big one. I'm writing this big. Okay, and NDR. Why I'm writing normal? Because I don't have any confusion. And then why am I underlining this? I'm telling my brain, oh my brain, here there's one big E is there. Observe. I'm just telling my brain. Okay, so 5 times. So when you're writing this, what will happen? When up till here, my brain may think anything else, but the moment I write capital E, so my pen has to stop, my finger has to stop, my brain has to focus. I can't be watching television. I can't be talking to mom. I can't be surfing my mobile. I can't be writing capital E. So perforce, my attention is toward this. I'm writing this capital E and then NDR, automatically I remember. Right. So I'm just for a safety measure, I'm underlining. So telling my brain, telling my eyes to focus that there is one E is there. This is the only way you can remember. This is the first thing you should remember. Okay. Why? How this will work? See, you may be driving a car on a highway. And whenever there's a school or a hospital or there's a railway crossing or airport or a shopping mall, you see a lot of speed breakers there. Why? When you're driving at 100 kilometers per hour speed, if there's no speed breaker, by the time you could wake up, you might go and hit the gas station. You might go and hit that toll gate. You might go and hit the hospital. You might even make an accident with the school children. That's the reason before the school, before the hospital, before there's a lot of traffic is there, unmanned level crossing, there's a speed breaker. So when the driver, even though he may be in slumber, the moment the car goes up and down over the speed breaker, he becomes very alert. Why the speed breaker? There must be something. What? Oh, school is there. Children are crossing the road. Oh, hospital is there. Oh, police station is there. Oh, here there's a market is there. Oh, here, now we got some gas station. Oh, there's some toll gate which is coming. So automatically they become alert. Yes or no? So exactly the same thing I'm telling you. Right now, when you're writing, what is actually happening is my pen is running, my finger is running, my eyes are running, and I'm able to write also. I'm able to think something as what my mom may be making lunch for me. I'm thinking. So for the sake of writing, I'm writing, but I'm not focusing about the E. But if I can break this writing, I can break this flow, what will happen is automatically I'm going to concentrate. So what is actually happening is 5 times only. CAL, running handwriting, and then capital E. My pen will stop, my finger will stop, and my eyes are going to focus, my brain is going to focus, and there's a break in flow, and I'm underlining this E. So just telling my brain to focus. And next time when you go to school, you have to write calendar. What you should do? So up till here, there's no confusion. So you will be able to write. So after L, what is there? You've seen some big E. Remember on the first day I told you anything big, anything small, brain will remember. And there's a E. So you know there's a E is there. Automatically write E. Thereafter, you had no confusion. Now you'll have no confusion. And this will come right. So this is the first method. That means wherever I go wrong in any word, find out where is the confusion. Okay. And then once you understand where is the confusion, where there's no confusion up till there, right? Running handwriting, where there's a confusion that 1 or 2 letters, write them big in capital, rest of it normal, again underline, so that your mind, your eyes, and your finger, everything will focus. First thing. So if you can help your children to do this, I'm sure your children will never do mistake. The first method is the school method. Understand? Okay. First method is this. Second method, you'll ask me, is there some other method? See, the thing is, the other method is very simple. Okay, I'm going to share with you very interesting words. See, if you look at English dictionary, you find any word you take, which has got 8, 9, 10 or more letters in those words, 70 to 80% of the time, there will be some known word hidden inside. 70 to 80% of them, there's a known word hidden inside. 70 to 80%. And if you can find out what is a small known word, and if you can make that as a clue, you can remember. This is the second method that I'm going to tell you. Second method is whenever you have a long word, big word, try to find out where is there some small known word which is hidden inside, and find out and make that as a clue. Second method. And using that, we are going to use the same word calendar. How we are going to remember? Second method is find out what is the known word here. Okay, let's check this. Let's check about the same word calendar. See, I want to remember calendar. So how I'm going to do? See, the thing is CALANDAR, or the thing is CALENDR. So first of all, find out which is right. This is wrong. This is right. That means I should remember E. So find out, is there something that I know? So I got one small word called end. Means in calendar, there's some word called end, which is hidden inside. So what I should do? Now, next thing is end and calendar. You have to make a link. How? End of today, I'm going to make my tomorrow's calendar. End of this week, I'm going to plan my next week's calendar. End of this month, I'm going to design my next month's calendar. End of this year, I'm going to buy my next year's calendar. Miss, in calendar, there's one word called end, which is hidden inside. If you know, you will not go wrong at all. Are you understanding? This is the second method. And now I can give you hundreds and thousands of examples for you. For example, take one word called believe. Okay. So I always used to have confusion when I was a small little baby. See, I got one problem. Which is the one? See, after L, is it E or is it I? I have a confusion. So I need to understand. See, BE, I have no problem. VE, I have no problem. Problem is after L, is it E or is it I? So I need to remember this is wrong, this is right. I should remember. So you find out in this, what is the word is there? Some word which is there. LIE, lie. Lie means, right? You are telling a lie. So Johnny, yes, papa, eating sugar, no, papa, telling lie, no, papa, open your mouth, ha, ha, ha. You heard the rhyme. So in believe, there's a word called lie. So do not believe a lie. So lie word is written. If you know this, in your lifetime, you will not go wrong. I'm talking about the second method of memorizing the spelling. For example, I have one word tomorrow. So I need to remember this word called tomorrow. So how will I remember tomorrow? So I have a problem. So tomorrow, is it 2M or single M? So you know that it's not 2M, it's only single M. I should remember this. So in this, what is there? TOM is what? Tom. So tomorrow, what are you going to do? So tomorrow I'm going to play, okay, Tom and Jerry. Okay, I'm going to watch Tom and Jerry show. Okay, so in tomorrow, Tom and Jerry is there, Tom, and every one of us know this word called Tom. Yes or no? You know that, right? So there's a small word which is hidden. For example, I give you one word, okay? Imagine I got one word, comparative. And when I was in the college, I always used to go wrong, comparative. So when I have to write this spelling, I need to remember. See, for example, kampa, kampa. Up till here, there's no confusion. Problem is, after R, is it E or is it A? So you know it is not E, it's supposed to be A. I have to remember R-A-T. So what is there in this? There's some word called rat. So what you should do? A rat is the keyword. How you should remember? When you compare it to rat, mouse is small. In comparative, rat word is hidden. If you know, you will not go wrong at all. Are you understanding? For example, I got one word called repetition. I'm getting one word called repetition. I need to remember this. So I always have a problem. Repetition. So what is the correct spelling? So the thing is, the top one is wrong. The bottom one is right. Repetition. I have to remember, it's not P-I-T. It's supposed to be P-E-T. So I remember, what is this? I got one word called pet. So you know the spelling of pet, yes. A small word. So my mother has got one pet, one more pet, so many pets. My mother is repeating with so many pets. So in repetition, pet word is hidden. I need to remember. For example, if I give you one word called balloon, look at this one called balloon. See, I got this word called balloon. And the thing is one L or two L? How many L? How many L are the children? Two L, right? I need to remember 2L. So what I should remember, this is wrong, this is right. So what is there? B-A-L-L. What is there? Ball. So there's a ball in balloon. So on a birthday, you are filling a lot of balls in the balloon and you're putting on pin and say, happy birthday to you. So there's a ball in balloon. If you know this, there's no way you will go wrong. Are you understanding this? This is a second method I'm talking about. Imagine, I'm going to give one word called parallel. Look at this parallel. Okay, see, I got one problem. Parallel. Is it 1L or 2L? I need to remember. So 2L. You know what L? 1L is 2L. This is wrong. This is right. So para, I have no problem. So this is parallel. Give me one example for parallel lines. You can see the railway track, right? Parallel lines. See, only one here, only one L is there. Only one line is there. Okay. Only one L is there. So train cannot go. If there are 2L, okay, train can go. So parallel. This looks like one railway track. So parallel. Or imagine ALL. Look at this. No, ALL means all lines are parallel. Remember like this. You can remember very easily. Are you getting this? Okay. Very easy for me to remember. For example, I got one word called grammar. Okay, grammar. All of you learn English grammar. I need to remember grammar. So I have a problem. What is the correct spelling? Top one, bottom one. Children, which one is right?
Bottom one.
Bottom one. This is wrong. This is right. I need to remember. So how do I remember? I got one word, A-M-M-A. Who is this? All of you Telugu children, right? So A-M-M-A. Who is this? Amma. So your Amma. So your Amma means your Ma. Okay, always tells you to learn good grammar. So Amma is sitting inside the grammar. Okay, so in grammar, Amma is there. Amma always tells you to remember the good grammar. For example, I got one word called secretary. Right? If I give you such a big word, most of you children get confused because you are trying to learn the whole word at once. No. Secretary. Is there something that I know? I know something called what? Secret. What is it inside? So when I say secret, so you know the spelling of secret, and I write A-R-Y, it becomes secretary. Means a girl who is supposed to maintain secrets. Now she is called secretary. So secret is hidden inside secretary. It's the second method. Understand? Second method means whenever you want to remember one word, 8 to 9 to 10 letters are there. In that, there's a small known word hidden inside. Take that word and make that as a clue. Understood? Second method. Now come to third method. Much more easy, much more simpler. See, out of all the languages, English is the most simplest language in the whole world. You know that? Why? English has got only 26 letters in alphabet. You know that? You'll be able to tell me what the letters of alphabet? You know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Who can tell me those?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P, U, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Wow, you have a super memory. Good. Can you tell these letters in the reverse order?
Reverse order.
Can you tell me this? Z, Y, X, W, U, T, S, R, K, P, Y, N, M, L, K, J, H, F, D, C, B, A. Who can tell me this? I'm going to give a special gift from on behalf of NATS. Who can tell me all of them reverse? You should tell me so fast. Z, Y, X, W, U, T, S, R, K, P, Y, N, M, L, K, J, H, F, D, C, B, A. Who can tell me this? Next week, next Sunday, I'm going to do this competition for all the children. If you tell me from Z to A, I'm going to give a special gift. You know, I'm the World Memory Council for India's president. I've written 2 famous books. You can find those books on Amazon. One, Train Your Brain. Second is The Ultimate Guide to Master Your Memory. And I'm going to give you those books as a gift.
Y,
Tell me.
X.
Not so tired, so much time. Z, Y, X, W, U, T, S, R, K, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, F, D, C, B, A. So fast you should be able to tell. For that you have to
Z,
use
Y,
right?
X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K,
You're right.
I,
Y,
G, F.
F, E, D, B, A. Good. What's the name?
My name is Yothin.
What's the name?
Yothin. I just in the chat, somebody put it from A, B, C, D to Z. I just looked at
You
that.
did. Baby, I'm going to send you a special gift for you. Okay. I'll take your email ID from Venkat sir. I'm going to give you a special gift. You have done.
I want to.
Those children are
Can I
super.
tell? Can I tell? I want to tell.
Tell me.
I just looked in the chat.
Yes. Tell me. Who the small baby?
Y, Z, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, B, A.
BCA. Okay. Are you seeing the chat box and telling now or without seeing you're telling now?
Sir,
Okay. You should not read by looking at
I looked at it and told.
I'm telling you without seeing. Look at me. I'm talking to you right now. Look at my eyes. I'm looking at you. Z, Y, X, W, U, T, S, R, K, P, Y, N, M, L, K, J, H, F, D, C, B, A. I'm looking at you right now. I'm not seeing anything in the chat box. This should come in a memory. Okay, that's how you are able to become US memory champion. You know this? No Indian child ever had become US memory champion. And this is much more powerful than winning a spell bee contest. Now coming to third method, come here. Now you want to become, say, I want to win spell bee contest, children. See, English has got only 26 letters. That means you want to make any word in English, only these 26 letters are going to come, beginning, end, middle. The permutation and combination of you making new words very, very limited. Understand this. This is a limitation. If you write Telugu, if anyone knows how to write Telugu,
Yes.
you people speak Telugu, right? Your mom may be right, your mother, father, they may be writing some letters in Telugu and all, and Nats, they will be writing in Telugu. See, in Telugu, lot of Dirgham, Gunintam, and then Ottulu, some kind of things are there, right? But in English, no, whatever you want to write, you only have to use A to Z. That's all. And in the process, what actually happens is you have very limited possibility of creating new words. So after some time, these English people are not able to create more words because they have got limitation. And when they're not able to create new words, but they have something to communicate, what have they done? They've taken different small words. They combined all of them and they created all together a new word. Or understanding, I'm talking about the third method. In second method, only one clue. In third method, all of them are clue, means the whole word itself is the combination of all simple words. How? As we are talking about it, let's talk this particular word only. So I'm talking about third method. See, I'll give you one word. Okay. See, I'm talking about, okay, together. I want to talk about this. What word is there in this? Tell me. I got one word called to. I got one word called get. And then what else is there? What is there?
Her.
And you
To
know the
get
spelling of
her.
this? Yes. Spelling of this? Yes. You know this? Yes. And combine
For
all of them.
theater, you can just say the.
Yes.
R-S-T-U.
Yeah. Understand this. Listen, children, all the three words have got different meanings.
W-X-Y-Z.
Wait. Now that you will do later. Practice. Now focus on this. Now you will not do this. You will not do this Z to A. That I'm going to test you on next Sunday. You will practice after my session. Okay. Now, two word is different. Get word is different meaning. Har is different. And when you combine them, it's getting to totally different word. For example, Hyderabad, now where I live, is a heritage city. I need to remember. So I have to remember this. What you're trying to do, you're trying to remember the whole word at once, right? So how we should remember? What is there in this? Her. Then what is there? It. Then what is there? I got one more thing called age. So her, it, age, heritage. Understand this? These three words individually, they make a different meaning. When you combine them all together, it makes different word meaning together. For example, where I'm sitting right now in my office, I got one blue carpet. You see this? Blue carpet. So what is there in this word? I got one. Then what else is there? Pet. So this is a different word, something that you dry. This is your puppy dog. Okay. Both of them you combine, something that you're putting under your feet. Carpet. Are you understanding this? Now, this is the beauty of English language. Okay, very easy to remember, which you never paid attention to. For example, every day in the morning, school, your teacher will take your attendance, right? Attendance. I want to ask you, which is the correct spelling? Tell me now, attendance, which one is the right? Top one or bottom one? Which one is right?
The bottom one.
Bottom one, right? So this is wrong. This is right. So what is there in this? I got one word called what? Et. Then what is there? I got one word called 10. Then what is there? I got one word called
Dance.
Dance. So when you go to school at 10 o'clock, roll number 24, yes, means you should dance. Then only she'll give you attendance. Okay. So the problem with all of us is our teachers have taught us this whole big word. That's why we are going wrong. But all of you, even in the lower grades, you know spelling of 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know the spelling of 10. Dance, you know spelling of this. So you combine all of them, you get attendance. Such a big word, easy to break it and remember. Are you getting this? For example, if I give you one word, okay, superintendent, I'll give you one word, superintendent, I'll give you. Okay, right? Superintendent, I'll give you. Okay, so if I give you this word, which one is right? Okay, I'm going to give you. Okay, so which one is right? The top one is wrong and this one is right. So how I remember this word? I got one word called super, and then I got one word called in, then I got one word called 10, then I got one word called dent. Super, you know spelling? Yes. Okay, super spelling, you know. In spelling, you know? Yes. 10, you know? Yes. Dent, you drop a steel glass, it will have ton dent. So, but when you remember this whole spelling, that problem is happening right now for you. Are you understanding this? So you should break this word and remember. Okay. So for example, if I give you one word, okay, look at this. I got one word. Okay. Assassination. Assassination. This is the word I got. Okay. I have to remember this big word. Now tell me, children, what is the difference between murder? Okay. What murder and assassination? What is the difference? Tell me. What is murder and what is assassination? Tell me. What is this and what is
Assassination means like cutting off your head in public.
assassination mean what?
It means like cutting off your head in public.
Okay, cutting off the head. Murder means what?
Murder means like killing somebody and nobody's.
How will you kill someone?
I don't know. With a gun or a knife.
With a gun and kill. So if you kill with a gun, it's called murder. If you kill with a knife, it's called assassination. No. Anyone else who can try?
So while murder is like public, if you murder someone, everyone knows about it. If you assassinate someone, no one knows who actually killed them.
Yes. Basically, it means what? If you kill, people like you and I, if somebody comes and kills us, no, it has become murder. Assassination means somebody who is a celebrity, who is an icon of a nation. For example, very famous person. Mahatma Gandhi, assassinated. Right? Indira Gandhi, assassinated. Rajiv Gandhi, assassinated. Benazir Bhutto, assassinated. Abraham Lincoln, assassinated. John F. Kennedy, assassinated. Martin Luther King were assassinated. Miss all popular people assassinated. When you kill someone who is an icon of a nation, normal people like you and I, that's called a murder. In everyday paper, no, this guy murdered that fellow, that's called a murder. Understand this? So how to remember this assassination? Most of us don't know. This spelling is so big. How do you remember this? See how I remember this. Now look at this. You break this word, okay? What word is there now? I got one word, okay? Look at this. I got one word called as. I got one word called as. I got record what? I, okay? Right, then what is this there? Nation. Look at this. Now, somebody who is the icon of a nation, who kills him, no, is an ass or, okay, double ass, remember, or this one ass means donkey, behind this one more donkey, behind myself, behind my nation, okay, as I, nation, assassination. If you know this, you will not go wrong at all, okay? Or in Hindi, somebody knows, no, I teach, Indian children, so there is something I teach them, no, gada, gade ke piche gada, gade ke piche mai, mere piche mera sara desh. Some of you don't know Hindi, so I'm teaching English. This one as, behind this one as, behind that I'm standing, behind that my nation is there. As I, nation. If you can break this, very easy for you. For example, if I give you, now you have a Mississippi, right? You know Mississippi?
Yes.
All right. I need to remember this. I always used to go wrong. You want to remember the spelling correctly. You don't know how to remember. So how I remember? M-I-S-S, miss. Okay. And then is what? Is. And then what is there? S-I-P, sip. And what is there? Pie. Okay. Your miss, your teacher, she is sipping some pie. Miss is sip pie Mississippi. And if I can break this word into small, it becomes very easy for me to remember. Are you understanding? This is a third method. But sometimes, no, you will not be able to make anything. For example, if I give you some, silent letter, okay? Knife. Spelling of knife. Tell me knife.
K-N-I-F-E.
Why K here? Do you say knife? Why this K?
It's silent.
You said knife, right? Why did you write K there? Why? Tell me. You're all American children. You should tell me now why.
It's silent.
Silent. Why the silent? I don't know. You don't ask me why it's silent. How do I remember? I will teach you. Tell me. Let me tell you. Okay.
Because the E is silent.
How I teach better? Knife means what? N-I-F-E. Any problem here? No. I want to ask you, after cutting vegetables, in which room? Okay, your mother keeps the knife. Where does she keep the knife? Where does she keep the knife? In the kitchen. Kitchen means what? Kitchen means K. So the knife is inside the kitchen. That's what I remember. You will not go wrong at all. Kitchen. Okay. Knife is in the kitchen. So K means what? Kitchen. Knife is inside. You will not go wrong at all. Okay. For example, if I give you some word, okay. Psycho. Okay. Psycho means what? P-S-Y-C-H-O. Now this P is silent here. How do you remember? S-Y-C-H-O. Okay. Look at this. Psycho. And psycho is a patient. Patient means what? P. So somebody who is a patient is called psycho. I need to remember this. For example, I have to remember something called knowledge. Okay. How to remember knowledge? Look at this. Knowledge, I need to remember. So tell me, what is there in this? Okay. O-W-L, what is there? You look at this. What is there? O-W-L, what is this? Owl. And what is there? E-D-G-A, what is this? E-D-G-E, what is this? Edge. So these two words you are there. Now look at this. When I say knowledge, so N, you can write all this. Okay. And then next is what? Owl. You should have an owl is supposed to be the most wisest bird. Knowledge should be like an owl. And then what will happen? If you have knowledge like an owl, you will get an edge over other people. Okay, edge. And then what will happen? You're going to win, right? So you are going to become a king. When you have a lot of knowledge, you're going to become a king.
Is this like Greek and Latin?
Yeah. So king means K. You'll become a king. King supposed to have much knowledge. I'll remember like this. So I'm trying to break this word and remember how I'm going to get this. Okay. Are you able to get this? How I'm doing this? For example, if I give you one word, look at this. For example, if I give you one word, okay, restaurant, okay, restaurant. So how I remember here, I got one word called rest, and then I got one word called AUR. In Hindi, AUR means and then what? And. So you went to take rest, and along with you, our konayam is who else came? One ant came. Both of you are having a cup of coffee. So rest our ant restaurant. That's how I remember. For example, before I became a squadron leader, I was a flight lieutenant. Okay, look at this. Okay, so this is the spelling of flight lieutenant. Okay, I was a flight lieutenant. I need to remember. Anytime you go for spell bee contest, this word will come compulsorily. So what is there in this? I get one word called lie. If you say you 10 and okay, ant will come and kill you. So look at this. I got one word called lie, and then you means yourself, 10 and this is called lieutenant, or you also call lieutenant. Remember this. Okay, so you have to use a little bit of common sense. For example, if I say bureau, okay, bureau, this is spelling of bureau. People don't know how to remember. See, bureau, okay, is what? Bureau. Sound is B, okay? You're right. There's one U and there's one more U, okay? Two people. In between is a girl called Ria, okay? This guy is telling Ria, I love you. This guy is telling Ria, I love you. In between two boys, one girl, Ria. And Ria, whom does she love? So bureau is doing some investigation. American Bureau of Investigation or Central Bureau of Investigation, they're doing investigation. So in between two U's, REE is there. That's how I remember. Understand? So I'm talking about the second method is what? Whenever you get some word, are there some words which are known, you need to find out. Okay, very important. And the fourth method, you will ask me, sir, everywhere is it possible? Not possible, because I told you that any word 60 to 70% there will be clue. That means I told you without telling that 20 to 30% there will be no clue. There will be some original word, maybe name of a animal, name of a bird, name of an insect, name of a person, name of a country, name of a city, or name any proper noun, name of any medicine, and or sometimes it's nothing, but still it falls under the 20-30% category where there may not be any clue. When you get any proper noun, what you should do, you have to split that word into small parts and try to understand everything. Write it 3-4 times till the spelling goes inside. Let me give you the fourth method, which is the most difficult method, rarest method, very rarely will come. For example, I got one word called Czechoslovakia. It's the name of a country. So why this C is there, I don't know. Okay, Czechoslovakia. So what I do, I remember Za means Z. Where is it? It's a big C. Okay, and then what is there? I remember called Echo. This much only. Then what I do? I remember something called SLO only. Then what I remember? I remember VA. Then what I remember? I remember KIA. So split this word, observe the spelling, and 3-4 times you write till the spelling goes inside, because it's a proper noun. If I give you AB de Villiers, you don't know why that name has come. We don't know. If I give Wang Chung Ting Tong, you don't know. Right? For example, if you take my own name, okay, if you look at my name is, people, they go and write JISIMHA. You type in Google, my name will not come. Some people, they go JAYA, and then what to do? SINHA, my name won't come. Some people, what they do? They write JAYJSIMHA, my spelling won't come. So my spelling name is JAYASIMHA is my spelling. If you go and type in Google, my name will come. Now you will ask me, sir, why did your father give you this name? I don't know. My father never asked me, should I name you this? Did your dad ask you, Sindhura, should I call you by this name? No, he gave you that name. How I remember? Look at the J means what? J Lalita. Okay, this is a politician. And Isimha means in Telugu or in Kannada, in Tamil, it means lion. So now Jaya, and then I remember Simha, then you will be able to get my name. So you will be able to get this name very clear, easily. For example, if I give you one word, okay, if I give you something called Pennsylvania, look at this, okay, right? Pen, okay, right? If I give you this word, I need to remember this, okay? So how I remember now? P-N, pen, okay, but there's one more N, double N, capital, and then what to do? S-Y-L, okay, then what to do? V-A-N-A, Vani, and then what you do? You remember A. So Pennsylvania, then you can remember. Means whenever there's a proper noun or when it falls under 20-30% category, split the word into small, observe each part, write 3-4 times till your brain gets used to the spelling. Otherwise, you will go wrong. And this will happen. In spell bee contest, what will happen? They'll ask you what's the combination they do. Listen, most of the time, minimum 40%, they'll give you the word like together, carpet, attendance, association, 30 to 40%, okay? 30% they'll ask you this kind of word, 30 to 40% they'll ask you small word, calendar, end, believe, lie, grammar, amma, right? So they'll ask you word which is small hidden, and only 20% only you get this kind of proper nouns will come. They'll give you name of an animal, name of a bird, name of an insect, name of a subject, name of one medicine, name of a particular country. They'll give you proper nouns, or they will open the dictionary, check those original words which have got very difficult. William Shakespeare, George Bernard Shaw, maybe J.K. Rowling, they must have used such kind of words. They pick up words. So you have to follow the 4 methods. Which one is very easy, you should be able to follow, you can do. And sometimes, they confuse you with a small thing, how do they do? For example, see, I have got a small problem, okay? Principal, when they say, now I have a problem, okay? Principal, which one is right? I have a confusion now. Which one is right? Out of these two, both are right, okay? So what is this? Principal means what? Principal means what?
The first principal is like the principal of
India.
Of a school. I will remember, look at this. Princi, both of them are same. Look at the PL. So your school principal is a friend, pal. Now PLE means what? Rule. Gandhiji followed the principle of non-violence. No, look at this. LE, I remember. Principle is a rule. Understand this? For example, if I give you one word, okay? Desert. Tell me which one is right. Which one is right? Top one, bottom one?
both.
Both. What's the top one? What's the bottom one?
The first.
What is this?
It's like land that doesn't get much rain.
What is this?
That's a dessert with like ice cream.
Something that you eat after dinner. Okay. So how I remember here, only one S is there, no? Now how I remember desert is full of sand. Okay. And how I remember this double S? Mama, ice cream is so sweet. Okay. 2 S's. No, so sweet. I remember. So sweet means something so sweet. 2 S's are there. No, that's why I'm going to remember. So they will confuse you sometime in the spell bee contest, giving you the same word. They will confuse you. Right? You should be very, very careful. For example, if I'm going to give you one word, okay, look at this. I got one word. Okay. Right? Diary. Which one is right? Top one, bottom one. Which one is right?
The top one.
Both right. Top one. What is the top one? What is the bottom one?
Like a book that you have all your secrets.
This is
Milk, like milk, cheese.
milk. How do you remember this now? How do you remember? Tell me. How do you remember this? Use your brain. What is there? See here, I got one word called dia. So you can draw diameter of a circle in a book. And what is there? AIR. What is there in this? What is there?
Air.
What is there? Air. So milk packet has got full of air. I remember this way, that way, this way. It becomes very easy for me. Now tell me this. Okay. Let me see who can tell me this. Okay. Let me see who is the most smartest one. Who can tell me this? Stationery. Stationery. Which one is right? Top one, bottom one. Which one is right?
Both.
Both right. What is the top? What is the bottom?
The top one.
The top one is like being in stop, like not in motion, and the bottom one, yeah,
Bottom one,
still
huh?
stuck.
The top one means you're not moving, and the bottom one means like pencils and like.
Yeah, good. How you remember, baby? Look at this now. Look, very nice. See, station, station. Both of them are same. RY, RY. Same. Only thing is only one letter. Here is A, here is E. Only one letter is different is that. How I remember? See, when now E, I should remember, is a shop. And what you buy in the shop now? See, in the shop, okay, what am I going to buy? I'm going to buy, look at this. I'm going to buy pen. I'm going to buy pencil. I'm going to buy eraser. And I'm going to buy envelope, okay, or anything to do with education, okay, I'm going to buy. That means wherever, okay, E is there, no, pen, E, pencil, E, eraser, E, envelope, E, education, E. So, Miss Stationery E is there, is a shop where I'm going to buy pen and pencil. The other one is, which is not moving. Understand this? Now, the funny thing is, understand the thing, okay? Let me give you something, okay? See, if I give you R-A-I-N, what is this?
Rain.
Rain.
If I put one T, what will become?
Rain.
This is a chuk chuk gadi. One more train is train your brain. I'm doing memory workshop. If I take out this tray, I put one B, what will become?
Brain.
Brain. Something is there. I take out this B, I put one D, what will happen?
Drain.
Look at this one letter, how much change it is coming. Are you understanding? For example, look at this. I got something called what? Okay, I'll give you something called AIR. What is this?
Air.
Air. I put one H,
Hair.
what happened?
Hair.
I put one C, what will happen?
Chair.
See, one letter are understanding. Now, this is the thing that you need to understand. Okay, this is the thing that you need to understand. Now, listen. Remembers any spelling only once in our life. I want to show you something. Okay, just hold on for a minute. I'll show you something. Then I'll give you a break. Okay, 1 second. Just hold on. Okay, right? Just hold on. I want to show you something. I want to check whether you can read that or not. One second. Huh? Not this. 1 second.
Brains. I want brain.
Okay, I want to show you something now. Okay, I want to see if you can read this. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I want to show you something. I want to check whether you can read this. Can you do this? Okay, hold on. I will show you something which you can read this. Okay, let me see if you can read this. Will you be able to read this? Shall I show you something? Yes? Okay, be ready now. I'm going to show you something on the screen. Let me see if you can read this. Ready now? Read.
Yes.
I couldn't
believe
I
that
couldn't
I
believe
could
that I
actually
could
understand
actually
what I was
understand
reading. The
what I was
phenomenal
reading.
power of
I
the
could not
human
power
mind,
of that
according
that
to a
God I
research
could
academic
understand
paper,
reality
it doesn't
that
matter in what order the letters in the word are. The only important thing is that the first and the last letter be in the right place. The rest can be
a total mess.
mess and the computer can figure it out.
Because the human mind doesn't read every letter itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing. Yeah, and I
amazing.
Spelling was important.
Yeah, and
You're able to read this, right?
spelling was important.
Is the spelling correct here? I think even I can try this. I couldn't believe that I could actually understand what I was reading. the development of the human mind, research capability doesn't matter in what order the letter word are. The only important thing is that the first and last to be right place, the rest can be total mess, and you can still do the problem. Is because human mind does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing, yeah, and also spelling was important. Now my question is the spelling right here?
No.
And many places spelling is totally incorrect. Okay, and in fact, all the words, wherever you got more than 3 letters, everything is wrong. My surprising thing is, if the spelling would have been correct, the speed at which I would have read, the spelling is incorrect, I'm able to read at the same speed, which means understand one thing, our brain in our life, okay, understand one thing. I'm going to tell you one secret, which no mother, no father, no doctor, no teacher ever told you. The secret is, in our life, our brain will read any word only once. First time only it will read the whole spelling. After that, you read the word 10,000 times. First letter is right, last letter is right, in between totally, scattered, jumbled. Looking at it, brain can tell what the word is, because brain doesn't read. It sees the photograph. Right now, I'll show you. This is Balakrishna, the Junior NTR, this is Allu Arjun, this is Amitabh Bachchan, this is, Barack Obama, this is Joe Biden, this is Donald Trump. Looking at him, you can tell, right? You can't say Trump nose, Trump ears, you don't tell, right? You look at the photograph. Instantly, you will tell who that person is. This is Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi. Now, this is Indira Gandhi. This is Narendra Modi, you can tell, right? Similarly, brain doesn't read. It sees a photograph. That's the beauty of it. And without knowing this, what do? First time, you don't focus, you don't concentrate, you don't pay attention. Then second time, your mummy thinks, oh, this guy has read 10,000 times. Even then it's going wrong. The problem is, first time you didn't pay attention, which your mother, which your teacher didn't take care. And thereafter, your brain looking at it only is able to tell what the word is. It doesn't read the whole spelling. Provided, imagine, university, Oxford. You have not read before, you can't. But first time if you have read, second time, third time, 100th time, looking at the word, first right, last right, in between jumbled up, brain can tell. That means whenever you are learning any new vocabulary, should be very, very careful. Means anytime spelling, should be very, very careful. That means whenever you come across any new word in your textbook, pause, ask this question, how can I get this spelling? First method is, whenever you are going wrong, school method, find out where is the confusion. No confusion, normal. Confusion is there, that one letter, write in capital big. Rest of it normal, underline 5 times. Brain will remember it lifetime, number 1. Number 2, this method I don't want to do. Go to second method. Check. Big word, are there any small words hidden inside? Believe, lie, calendar, end. Right? I got repetition, pet, comparative, rat, grammar, amma. No, secret, secretary, secret. Take that out and store. If that also is not there, third, go to third method. Is it that English people are not able to make words and they've put jumbled up all the words now together to get her? Carpet, attendance, 8 to 10 dance. Superintendent, check that. If that also is not there, then think, oh, this must be a original word. This must be created by William Shakespeare. This must be done by someone which I don't know. Maybe proper now, name of a person, name of a country, name of an object, name of a subject, name of a medicine. Now, then what you do? Split that word, break it word, and try to put attention 3-4 times you write them. And then you see, you'll be able to get the spelling. And I'm sure, guys, these are the basic methods. Use them. You'll be able to get into spell bee contest. But if anyone says, sir, you teach me 10,000 words, all the spell bee contest, I will do. For that, you have to attend my special, long-term coaching, where I'll teach you. Every time I'll teach you 100, 200 words. And I'm telling you, next time you'll be on the world stage, okay? So you'll be able to lift that cup of spell bee contest. Because here I'm showing you the way. If you're interested, if you think, yes, I can make a difference and you can get benefited from a program, then tell your mom, tell your dad, tell to NATS, okay? Now, Venkat Mantri sir, all the NATS, EC members, tell them, we want more classes. I want to double the reading speed, you can do that, okay? So friends, we're going to take a 5 minutes break. And now Venkat sir is going to play a small video. We're going to come back and learn how to memorize numbers, okay? Quick break and be back. Over to Venkat sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Srini garu, can you please play the video?
Hello everyone, my name is Bharti. I am a realtor. I have a passion for real estate and determined to provide the best services for my clients in all aspects. I work with the buyers and sellers at all price points in the Kansas City and Missouri area. I will work for you and with you to help you negotiate the best offers available. I believe I have the right skills, experience, and resources, but don't just take it from me. Hello, my name is Bharati Reddy. I am ready to be your real estate agent.
Welcome back, friends. And let us talk about how to memorize some numbers. Okay, this I'm going to do today. I will also do it next Sunday because we require at least minimum 2 or 3 sessions on this. And next session, I also will teach you how you can memorize using a journey method, 50 states of USA, how to do. I'll do that. Okay, let me just tell you one new method. How do you remember the numbers? Because when you people have come to the session, you saw me memorizing the numbers on the first day, okay, right? So there's a method that we need to learn, okay? That's we call it as what? Phonetic method. You need to make a small little notes if possible, okay? What method is phonetic method? What is phonetic method? Phonetic method is a memory language. Like you have English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Chinese, Russian, French, German, right? Like that, phonetic method is a memory language which is used for memorizing, based on sounds, which will help for memorizing numbers. Okay. Now, why we are using this method? See, for that matter, we have discussed that brain has got television. It sees pictures. If I tell you dinosaur, you can imagine a picture, right? If I tell you, okay, something called Statue of Liberty, you're able to imagine a picture. If I tell tiger, you can see the picture. Means brain sees pictures. Where there's no picture, in the second session I taught you, third session, how you can break this word and put sense into nonsense. If I told you Hungary, means what? Hungry. And then Buddha eating paste, okay? Buddha Atmi, Buddha eating paste. I told you. Bulgaria means Bull Gir Gaya, so for me, I told you, right? Norway means no way. Oslo means go slow. So we try to break the word and put sense into nonsense. This much we learned. But imagine if I give you some numbers right now for you to remember. See, if I give you some numbers, okay, if I give you some numbers, 30, okay, are you getting pictures? No. 47 in picture? No. 66 in picture? No. 71 in picture? No. 0, 3 in picture? No. That means numbers, they don't have a picture and they don't even have a, okay, they don't even have a matching picture. That's the reason we use this memory language, which is based on sound, okay, to convert these numbers into pictures. Understand this? Now this word phonetic, I don't know the meaning of the word. And last session I taught you how you can remember vocabulary. Phonetic meaning is what? Sound. How I know? Through dictionary. Step number 1. Step number 2, we said, is there something that we know? Tell me, children, in phonetic, is there something that you know here? What is there?
Phone.
There's something called phone. This you know. Now you need to connect phone and sound. How will you make a small connection? Tell me.
When you're calling someone on the phone.
Yeah. When phone rings, what comes?
Sound.
Ringtone. Sound will come. So next time when you read phonetic, if you get the word sound is okay. If you don't get, go to the next step. What is there? Phone. Oh, when phone rings, sound will come. Automatically remember. That means whatever we are learning, any method, next time you should apply that method when you study. Then only this program will be useful. Otherwise, you have come, you have seen, you have made some notes, you will forget again. So phonetic method is a memory language based on sounds. Okay. Now you'll ask me, what is the necessity for new language? Listen, language means I have some information, I have some knowledge, I have some feeling, I want to communicate to you. People in this part of India, now we make some sounds to communicate. That became Telugu. If you go little ahead, now they too make some sounds that become Kannada. If you go up north, they too communicate by making some sounds which are understood by each other. It's called Hindi. In US, you people do communicate by making sounds that we call it as English. Right now I'm talking to in English. I'm making some sound, you're understanding, that we say, no, this is speaking in English. मैं ऐसा बात कर रहा हूं. Some of you may not know what did he say. That I made some sounds in another frequency. It's called Hindi. Understand this? For example, Venkat sir. Now, when we started, he was speaking in, making some sounds, and he was making some sounds in Telugu language. Yes or no? So language is basically, creation of sounds to communicate. And why there's a new language? Because Telugu, few people speak. English, few countries speak. Hindi, few states in India, they speak. Russian, only Russia people speak. But numbers, you go to Holland, you go to Poland, you go to Netherlands, you go to England, you go to New Zealand. Numbers are numbers wherever you go. And everyone has to remember numbers. And that's the reason they said, we require a language for everyone who want to remember the numbers. That's why they found out this particular language. Now, when it comes to any language, where do we begin? We begin by learning alphabet, like A, B, C, D, just now you learned. In Telugu, A, I, E, you learned. Like that, in memory phonetic method, there are some phonetic alphabet. We need to learn that, okay? That's all we need to learn today, right? What a phonetic alphabet? Look at this. Phonetic alphabet. Any number you take, you have only 10 digits only. What are this? Okay, I got 10 digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and
10.
10.
Hey, wow, how come 10? 0.
Oh, yes.
It's not a digit. 10 is the combination of 1 and a 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, not 10. And any number you write, you only get these 10 digits. And each digit has got one equivalent sound. 1 has got a sound, 2 has got a sound, 3 has got a sound, 4 has got some sound, 5 has got some sound, 6 has got some sound, 7 has got some sound, 8 has got some sound, 9 has got 0. So everything has got one sound. They are called phonetic alphabet. Our job is to find out which are these numbers and what are the sounds. For example, if you look at 1, the sound of 1 is T or D. Just make a small little note. Else, now try to save the screen. T or D. Or else you can see the video again. Wherever you make the sound ta, da, tha, da will become number 1. For example, if I say, I had a cup of tea, my toe is paining, I lost my tie, the day is beautiful, do your job. Or if I say tamanna, tanush, tanuja, if I say dhanush, will become 1. How I remember? Look at this. 1 is 1 downstroke, T means 1 downstroke, D means 1 downstroke. I remember that way. You need to remember. Anyway, I'm just giving, look at this. 1 downstroke, T means 1 downstroke. I put this become T. D means 1 downstroke. I put this become D. Like this, I remember. If you like my method, remember by my method. If you don't like, use your own method. I don't know. Okay. Number 1 is our T and D over. When it comes to number 2, the sound for number 2 is N. Where are the sound na? If I say Niagara Falls, Nainatara, New York, New Jersey, right? Nairobi, Namibia, right? Numbers, You become 2. Base sound to na. Whatever you may say, base sound na. How I remember? 1 means 1 downstroke, 2 means what? 2 downstroke. Look at this. 1 downstroke here, 1 down, 2 downstroke. Look at this. 1 downstroke, 2 downstroke. If I join them, it becomes what? N. Otherwise, second way. How I remember? 2. If I do this, if I tilt this, if I turn this 2, how does it look? It looks like one sleeping N. Look at this sleeping N. Look like sleeping N. Yes, 2N. That way, remember na sound. Written that. Done. Come to 3. This will take some time. And once you master this, I'm going to with you. Indian Memory Council President. You'll become a memory champion. Lifelong, you will be so grateful to me that you learned one master, language. But little patience you should have. Be with me, that's all. Okay, I'll teach you how to remember just like that. Now come. When it comes to 3, the sound is what? M. If I say Mahesh Babu, monkey, mind, money, memory, right? So if I say whatever sound, say ma will become number 3. How do you remember 3 means M? 3 downstrokes. Look at this. 1 downstroke, 2nd downstroke, 3rd downstroke. How I remember? 1 downstroke, 2nd downstroke, 3rd downstroke. If I join them, it becomes what? 1 M. One way is this. Second way, this is 3. If I tilt this, it looks like one sleeping M. 3 looks like one sleeping M. You can remember that way. 3 is M. Come to 4. 4, the sound for number 4 is R. If I say Rajnikant, Robo, Romeo, Ramya, Ravali, Rakesh, Rajiv, right? Rahul, right? Anywhere, if I say R, will become 4. How I remember R? See, if I say F-O-U-R, 4. This R is silent, 4. I just came by a car. I just want a glass of water. You don't say R, right? You eat that. So pull this R, 4. You remember. That way I remember. Yes, look at this 4. If I put one, like this, it becomes what? Look at this. This looks like one R. Yes or no? This way, that way, remember. 4 is what? R. Got it? Now 5 is what? L. L means what? La. If I say laddu, lemon, lotus, lion. Okay. So this will become leaf, will become love, will become 5. How I remember? In our hand. Okay. In our hand. How many fingers are there? How many fingers are there?
5.
How many? In our hand, how many fingers are there?
5.
5. Now, can you put your hand like this? Like this. One vertical, one horizontal line. How does it look? It looks like one. One L, right? 5L.
A
now,
right angle.
1 is what sound? Tell me 1. TRD. 2. N. 3. M. R. 5 L. Done. Okay, 5 are done. Now, I will teach you 5 more for the day. Okay. Otherwise, you will have a lot of stomach pain. You will have fever. You will have headache. Some of you will be COVID positive. Otherwise, you say, Jaisima sir taught me so much. Now, brain is paining. Okay. Now, 6. Okay. 6 for sound is J, Che, She. It has got not 1. It has got 3 sounds. Ja, Jaisima, Jayalalitha, Jungle, Joker. How I remember? Look at this. 6 and J, both of them, if you put in the mirror, they look similar. J. Che means what? If I say church, right? If I say charmi, right? If I say chai, will become 6. How I remember? You count numbers in Hindi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Che means what? 6. I remember that way. Sha means what? If I say bush, push, rush, Shankar, Shenmuga, right? Sheila, Shillong will become 6, right? How I remember? If you go to some countries, they cannot say sa, they say sha. The question you will ask me is, sir, 2N, 3M, 4R, 5L. Only one number, one sound. But 1, TRD, 2 sounds are there. 6, J, Cheshe, 3 are there. Well, more than 1 is there. Which one to do? Listen, you have only 1 shirt, 1 pant. You have no other escape but to wear that only. Imagine you have 3 pants, 3 shirts. Which one to wear? Your choice. So when more than 1 is there, whichever is coming easily, first use that. Okay, understood? Now come to 7. K, C, G means ka or ga. K means what? If I say kite, king, Kerala, Karnataka, right? So kettle, kid. How I remember? K, this letter K has got 3 7s here. Look at this. Now K, this 1 7 here. Okay, there's one more 7 here. Okay, this one is one more 7 here. And if you look at this one more 7, I remember that way. And why C? Sometime in English we write C, but we say ka. If I say car, camel, right? Coat, right? Cat, right? Right? I'm writing C, but I'm saying ka. So whatever you may write, if the sound is ka, that is what? Number 7. Next is what? G. Ga sound. Girl, God, ghost, gun, Gabbar Singh, Gobar, Gautam Gambhir, Goa, Gandhi. All of them, Ga sound is number 7. Have you remember? Count ABCD. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Which letter? 7th letter. Number is what? 7. So 7 is what? KCG. Understood? Come to 8. 8, the sound is F or V. Fa or Va. These are alphabet I'm teaching you. Father, family, fair, forest. That's how F. How I remember? F. One loop here, second loop here. This is 8. If you stretch the loops, how it look? One loop here, second loop here. Look at this running F. Okay. Now small f. One loop here, one loop here. It looks like 1 8. I remember that. V means if I say Virat, victory, Venkatesh. Okay. Vizag. V will become number 8. How I remember? One V here, one down V you put here. One straight V, one reverse V, one normal V. 4 V's make 1 8. That's how I remember. 8 is FRV. Okay. Now last 2. 9 is what? PRB. Means Pa or Ba. Means paper, pencil. Okay. Pakistan, Punjab, Prem, Padma. Right. If I say B, bat, ball, bun, baby. Okay. Right. So they'll become Ba. How I remember? 9. This P and B. How they look? They look like a mirror images. I remember 9 is PRB. And come to the last letter is 0. 0 has got ZRS. This much only you learn for today. Means za ya sa. Za means if I say 0. If I say zoo. If I say Zimbabwe. Za. So in 0, za sound no, 0 will come. S means if I say Samantha, Sachin, Sarita, Sangeeta, Sita, sun. So SUN sun. If you say that will become S. And how sun looks? Sun looks round and 0 also looks round. So Sa will become this. So these are the 10 numbers and sounds. This much only you should remember. Why these numbers and sounds are given? All this story. And what are we going to do? Mango pickle. We are going to make chicken pickle. We are going to make bread toast. All that I will do next Sunday. Okay. Right now, repeat 1 to 0. This much only. Otherwise, your brain will become very hot. You learned too many. Now tell me 1 is what? TR, D. 2,
N.
3,
M.
yeah. 4,
R.
5,
L.
6, J, Che, She. 7 is K, C, G. 8 is
F,
F or B. 9 is P or B. 0 is Z or S. Okay. This much only remember. I want you to repeat this. And next Sunday, what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 2 things. One is the way you saw me memorizing numbers. You will be able to do that. You see my office full of Guinness World Records. Look at them, look at them, look at them, look at them. All of them. Okay. I'm the only Indian with maximum Guinness World Records. And I can make you to enter into Guinness World Records. I can make you Indian memory champion. I can make you world memory champion. I can make you spell bee contest winner. I can maybe make you first in a school or class. Only thing is you have to give me time. I can help you to double your reading speed. You can read one big book in just one day. Just like that you can read and you can remember. So many methods are there. I have been investing my time. Okay. I will be able to do that. So next Sunday, I'll teach you how you can remember numbers, then how you can memorize 50 states of USA. Okay. And in between you have any questions. I gave you my number last time, but still somebody is asking, give me your number. Okay. Let me just tell you, see my number, India +91 and then 9866018989 is my number. Okay. So this is my number. My name is JAYASIMHA, my name. Okay. And if you want to see my website, .in, okay, is my website. You want to send me a mail? So VISION, VI, okay, VISION JAY jayasima.art@gmail.com. You can send me mail. Okay. So you have any question, you can send me mail and I'll be able to apply. And you can send me a WhatsApp message on this number. I'll be able to answer. You go to my website, jayasima.in. You'll be able to get lot of information data. Okay. Or else you can mail me on this visionjay@gmail.com. Anyway, next Sunday, I'm going to be there. And I'm going to tell you how you can be part of the Indian Memory Championship right sitting there in US. Okay. How you can become US Memory Champion also, I'll tell you. Okay. So guys, are you really enjoying this training session?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I'm really excited looking at your enthusiasm. I'm sure.
Yes.
And anywhere you think that I'm speaking a little faster, my pronunciation is not okay, right? Something you missed, see this video again. Venkat sir will post this video in the video group, in the WhatsApp group. See that, okay? If any questions still you want more clarification, mail me, message me, right? Go to my website and just send me one message. I'll be one click away. I'll be more than happy because I was an Air Force officer, squadron leader. I used to fly airplanes. I left my job to be a memory trainer. And it'll be, it's my honor to reach out to all of you youngsters, okay, who are in US, who can bring such a great glory to our motherland, that you are part of India, okay? And we know some methods. Use all of them. Your brain is super and you have wonderful parents. And we need to thank NATS, okay? Especially, we need to thank Sridhar sir and then Vijay Shekhar sir, okay? And also, Ravi Gumadpudi and Venkat Mantri sir. And also, now we need to thank Sridevi ma'am and all the executive members, okay? Put your hands together. And also, thank your parents for, being there online. See you next Sunday, same time, okay? And
good evening, Jayasima garu. Could you kindly share those links one more time, please? Because we have not received the links.
I'll do, sir.
We have not received the links in the group, please. Thank you.
Okay, sir. I'll do that, sir. And I'll give you the links for Memory Championship also, sir. This is my name, okay? This is +91. If you can message me, I'll be able to send you how you can register for the Memory Championship. It's an open championship, sir. And I'll help you how you can become this. www.jayasima.in, JAYASIMHA.in is my website. Okay. In means India, remember. Okay. And then VISION, all small letters. JAY@gmail.com is my email ID. And I will tell Venkat sir to post that Memory Championship link also. My name is Squadron Leader Jayasima. If you can type in Google, you'll be able to find hundreds of videos and TV interviews. I was with Akshay Kumar, film actor. I was with Chandrababu Naidu. I was with Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy. I've trained politicians, business people, okay, and film actors. Okay, so many people I've trained in India. So this is my thing, and I'm very, very happy. I need to thank the NATS chairman, president, and especially Venkat sir, and also Ravi sir and Sridevi ma'am, rest everyone for bringing this wonderful program to all the children. See, more and more your children are learning now. You can see a difference in them and they would really love. Okay. So hope you have taken one screenshot of this and take one picture with the mobile. And then if anything is there, you just message in the group, WhatsApp group. Venkat sir will give you further details. Okay. So Venkat sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Andy. Bharti garu will talk for a few minutes. Yeah, please. Yeah, right.
నమస్కారం అండి, జయసింహ గారు. నా పేరు భారత్ అండి. నేను క్యాన్సస్ లో ఉంటాను. మీ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అన్ని వాచ్ చేశాను. ఒకటి మిస్ అయ్యాను, కానీ వెంకటమంత్రి గారు హెల్ప్ చేశారు. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ అ వెరీ వెరీ నైస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అండి. ఐ హోప్ యూ కమ్ every week, one time, half an hour or so.
Sure.
So for the audience, what I'm going to say, this is a very nice program. I want everyone's support and come and listen, encourage your kids and the parents, and also your neighbors and the friends. So this kind of program we need more and more. And Jayasima garu have a really nice memory. Maybe I missed it. I didn't have that kind of memory. I hope I'm going to get it. I'll also learn and practicing.
Yes, ma'am.
So Jayasima garu, మీరు మళ్ళీ రావాలండి.
తప్పకుండా మ్యామ్.
తప్పకుండా రావాలి. నా రిలేటివ్స్ కూడా చూస్తారు, ఫ్రెండ్స్ చూస్తారు. చాలా ఎంకరేజింగ్ గా ఉంది. సో వెరీ నైస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ అండి.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hope to see you in the future also. And I recommend, I ask Venkatamantri Garu and Ravi Garu, please bring this program 2 or 3 times in a year. So, especially in the summer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Andy. Namaskaram, Andy. Hope I'll see you in person
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
future. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet next. Yeah, we'll meet next week.
Venkat garu, there are a lot of requests in the group to post those links, and some kids
Yeah,
are missing
definitely.
some.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
I will. Yeah.
Venkat sir, our memory championship links posted. Sir,
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely, I will post all the links
Thank
and.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Have a nice, safe weekend. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
అవునండి నేను చెప్పాలనుకున్నది అస్సలు ఒకటి